Welcome to Casey Stadium in Albany. It is New York Atlas homecoming. The Atlas, the #1 offense in the PLL a season ago, and they bring back league MVP Jeff Teat. The Carolina in tonight's champion player spotlight. Remember, he had 11 points in the opening game a year ago as we look at our starting lineups for the Atlas, powered by Ticketmaster.
Don't sleep on this defense. Third-year pros Brett Makar and Gavin Adler were both first-round draft picks a couple years ago. Jake Stevens at the midfield does a little bit of everything. Costabile and Jones can stretch a defense when that attack and Teat start doing things closer to the net. Connor Schellenberger had the best shooting percentage of any scorer in the top 20, and Xander Dixon was 4th in goals. So it's not just Jeff Teat.
He got 2 lineups for the Chaos, powered by Ticketmaster.
And in front of Big Blaze and net, you still got Jack Rowlett and Jared Newman, the lefty specialist. He's held shooters to 19% shooting. He's going to be tasked with Jeff Teat. This is the biggest question mark for me, Anish and Clark, is what they get out of this midfield. They traded for Aslani in the offseason, and they need production from Dobson and Scott. In the attack, Zawada, he's going to have to be the guy, Clark. They traded for him. Silstrop and Eicher, they're playing in their first PLL games tonight.
A year ago.
Yeah, this is a different monster when you're dealing with Trevor Baptiste, and he initiates offense. The Atlas, Ryan, are the best in the league and the 32-second shot clock when Baptiste wins.
Rowlett, the reigning league MVP, 7 in blue. And now Brian Costabile, a threat from the outside. Spins it back to Connor Schellenberger in his second season out of Virginia. And Schellenberger wins his matchup. Remember, a year ago in his pro debut, he had 8 points.
This is the concern if you're Chaos. You lose the face-off, and Atlas go right to the rack and score in that 32-second shot clock, and you're going to trot back Baptiste out there, an opportunity to play make it, take it lacrosse. Schellenberger, nifty little quick footwork behind the cage, but if I'm a...
This is Josh Zawada, picked up by Gavin Adler, feeding inside to J.J. Silstrup. And it comes back to the Atlas here. 99 in white. Jack Rowlett gets the matchup with Teat. Now it's Costabile. Over to Teat, probing from the perimeter. Costabile wing dodge. Puts one on Cage. And he beats Big Blaze 2-0 Atlas.
A sick release right here.
Beautiful twister there by Costabile as he's running out of angle. You know, usually these are ones that Reardon gobbles up. So credit Costabile for finding some daylight here. You see him go down severe angle. He manipulates on offense, at least that's not what we're projecting. So these early minutes are critical for them to keep it close.
That's not a warding off. No flag. Shot by Degnan is saved. Liam Entenmann in goal to Chet Canizio. Here's a chance. That's a 1, and it goes through. C.J. Costabile, the 2-time All-Star.
He's playing against his former team as well. Long-time standout. Middle of the field game wrecker for the Chaos. C.J. Costabile, first year with the Atlas. This is what he's known for, Ryan, too. It's not necessarily his ability to play.
Sniffs it out. That was the best look the Chaos had. Entenmann's 3 for 3. Makar the other way. The Yorktown missile. It's an Atlas stampede.
And we've talked so much about their offense. They still have Liam Entenmann engaged.
Don't forget about their D.
The clean save on the doorstep. Clean saves equal transition. Entenmann not only makes the stop, but then hits Makar in stride. You're not going to pick me up. I'm going to make you pay. And obviously, Carolina, I got to cover Dixon, Schellenberger, Teat. They're just a wide open third Omidi in the mix.
Here's Aslanian. Crease feed. Entenmann sniffs it out. That was the best look the Chaos had. Entenmann's 3 for 3. Take now the former Johns Hopkins Blue Jay, finding Zawada with the touch pass, and the Chaos get on the board.
This is why you got Zawada in the offseason, to be that quarterback behind the cage. He pushes goal line extended, finds us open and over and back there as he flipped the ball back. But back to that previous Carolina possession with Stevens in the broken stick, you have to attack that player. Where was the presence of mind?
Oh, look out, Miles Jones. Reardon may have gotten a piece. Schellenberger to Teat. Reardon with another save.
2 for Blaze. 4 goals, 0 saves prior.
Winner, that's Attackman of the Year. Here's a look for Eicher, and the rookie has his first pro goal.
And Anish and Boyle, when you watch Jackson Eicher throughout his career at Army, the first thing that comes to mind is he's a bulldodger. He loves to own one-on-one matchups like a battering ram. The most underrated aspect of his game, though, is his stretch shooting. He can hammer the ball from 12 yards and pound corners like that.
Looks like Atlas just got a little bit lost off ball. Carolina had actually run an offensive player off the field. Atlas had an extra defender.
The trainer. Teat. That's a body save by Blaze.
That's where he's so good. I mean, to rely on putting your knees together and making those types of saves, right? That is so unorthodox.
They're part of the greatest class ever. Great rookie class. They now move into year 2. Costabile. That go in? No. Reardon has it. No goal. Atlas may look at that on the sideline.
That was gas.
As a guy they're going to look to get the offense initiated. Eicher, feed to Zawada. All of a sudden, the chaos with 3 unanswered, and a game that looked like it was on the verge of going sideways is now a ball game.
And all 3 goal cuts, you can see the hard cut by Zawada on that backside pipe. Eicher eyes up, identifies Zawada. What?
Aslanian shot saved.
Guy.
I think Jack McDonald from Maryland, the rookie, will be that guy.
Entenmann denies. Man down. That doesn't look good. Now we're going to get a stoppage.
Last goal's at 7:24 marks. They're doing their end now. Can their offense keep pace?
Ross Scott spun around. Degnan from the outside. Flag down. Entenmann a save. Ferrara against Rex Road. Inside roll. Ferrara. Shot fake score. We're tied at 4. Dare I say, eat it, Kark?
Well, I'll eat that because I said the ball should have gone
guys
to
are 2
Eicher.
years late on this. Let's move on.
I basically had a rinse and repeat from a couple of years ago. Give the ball to Eicher. Forget that. I'm taking matters in my own hands. Ferrara, strong dodge upfield.
I question this.
Training camp with Outlaws. This is his first action, really, with Carolina.
Stevens got a good look. Reardon starting to get hot. There comes Blaze. Catapults out of the cage.
What I learned about Cross Ferrara is never question him, and you guys.
Of Atlas, that's what they do best, and it allows Blaze Reardon to isolate on the ball in the pocket.
Jones to Trainer with his first pro goal. The former Penn State standout.
You see Newman and Ray both stick it close to Dixon. That little rub or brush. Trainer fades away. Beautiful catch and release.
79 in white.
That feet in front, it comes to Eicher. How about the rookie? A hat trick in his debut.
He needed some offense. Where was it going to come from? The rookie sensation, Tewaaraton finalist out of West Point. Johnny on the spot with some giddy up. Far out.
But where's Schellenberger then?
He's got it now. Feed to Teat. Does it count? It does. Jeff Teat on the board. You guys asked for it. Schellenberger finding Teat.
Doesn't feel like kind of equal distribution. I feel like the ball's been in Teat's stick all the time. Schellenberger, we haven't really called his name since the first quarter. There you see the beautiful off-ball cut there by Teat.
Look at this finish. Watch the finish. Look at the head of the stick, Ryan.
And the body control, right? Contorting himself between two Carolina defenders. That's really the first two-man game we've seen between Kyle Jackson and Jeff Teat. And picking up him in free agency.
Eicher turned away.
I remember you.
Schellenberger to Teat, his pass knocked down. Teat recovers. Jones from the outside, shot blocked.
Good eat by Glacini, and it didn't even rub it.
A couple of veteran D middies and Glacini and Resch. Glacini 32, Resch 33. Entenmann with the save. Gives it back up. Oh, that he denies. Silstrop, doorstep denial.
What a save by Entenmann, and Silstrop threw a couple fakes inside too.
It's a clean exit. Fires, Reardon gets a piece.
Face-off guys and goalies just wired differently. Atlas, that's the big question.
Here comes Miles Jones, sledgehammers, and scores.
Sweeney for the Chaos is saying, okay, we're going to shut the inside, but all our perimeter defenders are going to have to play one-on-one. That's the strength of the Chaos. But Miles Jones went right into the heart of the defense and said, okay, you want to play me like this? This is what's going to happen.
And to his credit, he went early.
And that's a heated rivalry. Boston and New York. Stevens on the run. Easy save, Reardon. Those two teams do not like each other.
No, they don't even mince words. I'm super
in the league last year.
Watch 40. Watch him. Watch him.
Dash
Watch him.
down. Stings the top shelf. There he is. Right wing, sweet spot, lefty shooter.
Baker, obviously today, Degnan is on that list, and it's for this exact reason, his ability to stretch the field. He brings an element to this power play unit that frankly they just haven't had.
No, they were 29.
From a righty perspective, they can get the righty from the box, right? So they'll play different combinations and attack depending on what half the field they're on offensively.
For the quicker substitution.
Correct.
Trainer getting top side. Atlas up 9-8, so Trainer now one goal away from a hat trick in his debut.
Collegiate season, his ability to break down defenders individually. He's going to get a short stick pretty much all the time. Pretty regular. Yeah.
Schellenberger right hand free, fires on the run. Reardon goes down to pick it up.
Or even.
Costabile, wing dodge, there's the slide. Dixon hesitates, his shot blocked. They got a piece of Ray, 15 to shoot.
How about the game Troy Ray is having?
He's been incredible.
Yep, he did it to
force it down an alley when then Reardon can come out and then free up an extra defender.
Costabile, it's almost like they let him score. Remember, you have the 2-point shot, but now you got to go through Trevor Baptiste.
The rules aren't the same if you don't have Trevor Baptiste. If you don't have Trevor Baptiste, you ice the clock, you run it out. Because you have him, it's different.
I mean, even so, like,
I'm not the biggest fan of that.
We saw this in champion.
Back after being down 4-0, but the Atlas prevail in a hard-fought Week 1 win. Final score: New York 10, Carolina 8. Atlas get another crack at it with a chance to go 2-0. They'll play Boston on Saturday Night Lacrosse.
There's no moral victory.